Hello, welcome to Biotech Mechanitor tutorial. Let me briefly show my options. I'm gonna play with one colony, and this doesn't include any other DLCs for now, and using like 1.6 beta, which just dropped recently. It's mostly like performance optimizations, quality of life changes. So, the Mechanitor. Mechanitor is like a single person who can build and control mechanoids. Originally this would be like small mechanoids, not the one you see in raids, but eventually, like as you build up your technology, you can get like even those as well. But you need to fight some bosses to achieve that. So, yeah, Mechanitor has mech link. You can acquire it in a normal playthrough too, but there would be a bit of difficulty and a bit of fighting involved. And also good stuff is like you get extra research, particular microelectronics, which is pretty expensive. And quite a good setup, like for example 40 packaged survival meals and a lot of components and a lot of steel. Basic subcore is made to make like basic mechanoids which gonna do the tasks like constructing, lifting, agriculture, cleaning, and fighting. So let's get started. For the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna do Peaceful and Cassandra. I think if you wish to like get more colonies a bit quicker, you can try Randy and hope for the best. I guess for adventure story should be fine for the most part. You can use your worker robots for tanking, and your Mechanitor has a biocoded pistol master work. But I'm not gonna dwell too much into this now. I'm gonna pick some seed. Again, I'm gonna pick something which is not necessarily close to the trading routes. This is pretty decent. Yeah, large heals. Growing period is not particularly good. Can get cold. I like to play like something like bit simpler for this like peaceful runs. But you can like also do a challenge. So let's pick this one for sure. So most important skill here is mining. We're gonna be constructing a lot of stuff and it requires a lot of steel. Basic cores require steel. Your power requires steel and so on. Tough is pretty nice, but creepy breathing doesn't really matter initially. But let's see. But we don't like other skills, like for example intellectual is important. I like to go with a mining plus intellectual and ideally some shooting. Construction is not important. Cooking is not as important. They can just eat berries and uh, can hire somebody who can do cooking. Animals can be nice to have because you can tame somebody and do caravans. All the caravans are a bit tricky because some fire can erupt and mechanoids cannot deal with it on its own. Crafting is also can be important, so at least I would recommend level 6 or so. So you can get improvements once you defeat bosses. You can construct some helmet or array headset for more control over mechanoids. I'll talk a bit about this later. Don't be surprised if none of the starting colonies is actually that good. Yeah, this is the best one actually, but other skills aren't great. So, but don't be afraid to randomize. Yeah, let's go for mining and intellectual. Yeah, so this and psychically hypersensitive. Yeah, it's decent. Intellectual 7, burning passion. Yeah, that would do totally. Mining is 14 is great. Shooting is 4, so it's probably more or less enough to defend oneself. So we're gonna go with I. Let's see. Generates map. Okay. So first thing you do, let him land, and then you pause. Yes. That's a good thing to do. Like we're not doing like a speed run where you need to like zoom from almost the beginning. Just allow everything. And simplest way, you just do some barracks initially and like put it into this into like stockpile zone. And we have a lot of steel. So it didn't actually register just yet. That's fine. But I recommend just building something like ignore this thing. Maybe do couple doors. It's all like standard, maybe colony stuff. Like the only thing is like you don't need to worry as much about food. You can basically like wait for your like agri hands mechanoids. So let's take a look at what we start with. It's constructoid, does what it does. It spends 3% of energy like if it's idle, and 10% per day if it's like doing work. And lifter does hauling. Basically also gonna be like pretty useful. So by the way, they would also chop wood if it's like they have to construct, so you can use a trick like, for example, do this. They will chop wood, but that's fine. Let's take a look at work priorities. Doctor, we have no choice. Handle, yeah, cook we don't do because get poison in. Hunt we can try. Construction we can do, but we can also like leave it to constructoid. Plants is good, mine is good. I recommend putting this, in particular smithing, so they can like work with mechanoids a bit better. Hauling and cleaning we can like set it to 4 later, once we get more like mechanoids. Okay, so let's see what we got. So here's the bandwidth. It's like a pretty important mechanic. So it means how many mechanoids we can control, and like small ones consume just 1 bandwidth, so we can do 7 additional ones. So we have to start with 5 basic subcores, and we can gestate more mechanoids. The gestation takes like about 2-ish days, and we can get it here, so we can start. But I actually recommend starting with power, like basically to like you can go with wood generators on these terrains. It's like if it's arid shrubland or something like that, if you're lack of wood, you kind of wanna get into other like wind turbines as fast as possible. But then you also need to build batteries, which you can, but that requires a lot of resources and it also can cause fires. You still want some batteries anyway, so let's at least like couple, because sometimes wood is not recharged. And for some style points, let's like put a couple of wall lamps so it's not like hideous environment or something. And actually let's chop some wood. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this loaded up. So we're gonna have another mechanic which is called like waste. So we're gonna produce waste packs. So I recommend actually setting up a fridge for that. So if you don't care, you can just like find some remote zone. For style points, you can like use ancient danger and like make it actual danger for somebody who like discovers it like later, because they are peaceful, they don't contain anything. Let's see. So furniture, I like to make it from wood. We need some. Where's the bed? Yeah. Just put it in the barracks, like standard stuff. Put a wooden table. There's no don't spend too much steel. You can mine a lot, but it's fine. Don't forget to put some recreation. Wooden horseshoe, just like plug it in there. And speed it up a little bit at this point. Yeah. So for research, we're not in a rush. Like, yeah, let's wait for them to construct the power. Let's actually open up ancient dangers. I just wanna show that. Oh, not assigned to constructing. Yeah, let's just like put like something like 4, and let's do it. Droids do work. I think they, yeah, they have some they're doing pretty slowly, but I think the skill is pretty high. Yeah, let's. And the good thing, we don't need to hold this. Yeah, we can like open this, release the people inside. I think on like peaceful, they all just like walk away. We can deconstruct this for some steel. Yeah, for example, components we need to mine. Like we have start with like 50 something, but it's gonna get used like really quickly. Yeah, we don't need to actually build a floor here for now. Don't spend that wood. Yeah. And we can start with mechanoid gestators. I would usually go for 2. That's like plenty for the beginning. Just maybe put this something like this. You want a mech recharger. You might want to make subcores like for this. Construction needed 4. Yeah, actually that's been a mistake on my part. You actually want a relatively high construction skill as well. But we can hire somebody else. We can do plenty with like initial droids. So let's do chargers. And let's mine some steel. Yeah, you see we already ran out. So let's do this. I recommend also putting a torch lamp, because like a lot of time it's darker, plus they can start mining like somewhere under the mountain. Yeah, so let's I like to start with agri hand, because you see I don't do like any agriculture for the beginning. Yeah, and so basically your colonies need to be capable of crafting, but crafting skill itself doesn't like matter here, at least for like this task. And you can have a mech tab which shows like energy. You can send control group 1 of 2. You can like, for example, force charge them or escort you. Escort, like I don't really use escort, to be honest, because then like if there is a random event, for example, if we have like military, it's like most necessary to escort. But at the same time, like for example, if there is some wild animal, you kind of want them to spread out, and like because they can take care of that. Yeah. So yeah, let's get here. You can go like cleaner or another agri hand, or like I don't know. Let's go do constructoid actually. Yeah, so you see it's constructing pretty slowly, but it's also pretty reliable. Okay, you see they're pretty happy. Yeah, slept in the cold. We got to monitor that and actually like deal with that. Yeah, let's get this working. Yeah, so for research, I recommend just like creating separate place. You don't want to put beds there because, well, they're gonna receive like penalty if you like the lab is your bedroom, then it's kind of not great. We can wait with the bedroom, like we can put it at any point, but like I'm not in a rush. This while we have 1 person. Because they're recluse, you see recluse alone, like just 12. And quite comfortable still. Okay, and we already run out of energy, so let's build another one. And let's actually put some battery. In defenses, yeah, I mean, we don't really need it. We like have droids help us, and we can shoot a gun. Okay, so we can start with high-tech research bench, which is what I'm gonna do. Let's leave room for multi-analyzer. Okay, let's hold these. Yeah, you can put it like this. Now furniture, let's get some more lamp. And don't forget about, wait, where is it? The vents. Yeah, you see agri hand is ready, so now we just we're gonna have our fridge here, I guess. So we can start growing, I don't know, maybe like something like this. One agri hand can support like a lot of fields, maybe like 4 or 5 or something. So we can also do a little bit of heal root. And here let's do cotton. We don't need as much items to trade, that's great. We're gonna buy some food. This is some starting stuff. And actually here it's important to put some floor. Yeah, constructoid. Yeah, you see, like if you put crafting at like 2, it's supposed to actually catch them. Yeah, you see, like maybe we get herbal medicine. Sometimes we get a person to like just be from an enemy tribe. I wouldn't optimize for that. If needed, I'll just put it in like in the barracks. Okay, so now yeah, you need to think mech. So yeah, we just put wooden stool. So yeah, basically let mech do the work, and you can focus on like, well, one of the most important things, mining. So you see this toxic waste packs. What we can do is let's make a dumping zone here. Delete. Let's pause. We'll do it critical. We'll just clear all and then do like toxic waste pack and select it. And they deteriorate twice as slowly if it's like, oh, too close to map edge. Bummer. That's okay. We can do a like basically I recommend like the actual place to do a fridge, but for the demo to like keep it simple, I just like put it in a remote place. It's gonna last you for like many hours. You know what, actually, let's do something. Let's do the you know what, let's do the fridge. Yeah, let's delete this. I wanna show how to do it properly. Temperature cooler. You need 2 coolers. Structure door. Zone, stockpile dumping zone. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna like clear all and search toxic waste pack. Put priority critical. Just make sure you have enough. Like have enough. See, like we already chew through a ton of components. Yeah, let's get another agri hand and let's get Roomba. We can start some research. I usually tend to do smithing because you would need some for that for mechanoid stuff. So power, yeah, let's just connect to here. I'm extremely hideous. We actually, like, I don't know. I don't want this guy to like haul if it's like not a fridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's -4. It should be sufficient. Unless there is heat wave, you may need like something additional. We have 1 battery, so like there is a risk of fire. Yeah, you see, it's like already going down. Frozen. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, so this is a start. Agrihand already did like a lot of work, and also they prioritize chopping wood, so you need to make sure you got like sufficient amount. So like, let's get some oil. Probably wanna keep about 500. Yeah, 24 components. So let's mine vein. Here we probably don't wanna mine vein, just mine a little bit. So yeah. Now the most important part is like hire somebody with construction. For caravans, I would like advise not to do them yet. So yeah, like see, like Roomba's just doing a lot of work. Yeah, Clean Sweeper is basically a Roomba, but I call all of them Roombas because, well, zoom, and like they look like small robots. Yeah. So let's see, this pollution dump, you can kind of like extract pollution from the land. Bend node, again, yeah, so you see, like I just made a mistake. You don't really need this, you can wait until you hire a colonist. Unless you want to fight Diabolus, then yeah, you kind of want to, even with this Diabolus in first fight, you can do it with just with like initial Roombas, when you get like 7 total Roombas. Although I recommend to like be a bit tougher. Band node increase bandwidth, so that's a mechanic we have, like for example to jump from 9 to 10, etc. You can assign it to control group, but usually one is like for workers, another one is for another one is for like military. Yeah, let's actually just say this. So now we can haul and clean to put to 4. Yeah, they produce toxic waste. They produce toxic waste when they charge. They produce toxic waste like all the time. Yeah, and there would be quests available which like offer you to like do toxic dump. Toxic dump is kind of dangerous. So like if you like just leave it unattended, like even in a closed space, it was gonna pollute like land like in a big radius over like just several hours of like real time. So if you plan a long-term colony, just definitely keep mining here, for example, and like keep it frozen. For quests, they offer very good reward, so it's your choice really. So yeah, you see like the work here is done, so we can like get more fields, and you don't have to worry about that. You can even like, I mean, I can do. No, yeah, let's just do like 4. So you really like only need this first part. Then we can focus on research, art, and basically mine. Mine is like one of the most important. I see I have 600 now. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about caravans. So we can go here, but so that's why like it's important. You need some plasteel, maybe like uranium occasionally for like more higher tech mech. You see, yeah. So let's pause when we get this. We'll temporarily sacrifice our lab stuff, but if we want something cleaner, medical, yeah, this person might actually join. I rescue them regardless. Yeah, you see, like construction, body motor is nice. Cooking is nice with passion. Medical is good. Social is a good person for caravans, basically, if they join. May not necessarily join, and that's why I got herbal medicine. Yeah, I can actually harvest some. New joins, yes. Okay, let's pause and assign priorities. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Basic is 2. Handle is like pretty low. Cook is like good. Yeah, warden is important. Cook is important. Construct is important. And art is important. Let's put this at 4. Yeah, with robots you can just get a lot of stuff. No, she'll be fine. Like as long as you tend. Yeah. See, not in laboratory. It's fine. It's totally worth it to get extra colonist. Hair down. Wait, what's up? Extreme malnutrition. Oh, you cannot escape like from here. Yeah, let's rescue this guy. Okay, so we can build another bed. And I recommend setting a table and adding dresser. But this time, like you can do like normal colony stuff. For example, here, yeah, you can resurrect mechanoids, so you don't need to create cores. We can check our max. Let's see. So we like a hauling power, so I would rather just do like a lifter with the last core we have. And we kind of want to do more constructing with Lou when she recovers. So probably one last thing I want to show. Let's put a trade beacon. And actually let's get some shelves going. They can walk over shelves, so it's fine. Low medicine, not really. Yeah, Summon Diablos available. You can get your colonist here and click Summon Diablos set. It's gonna like tell you what's gonna be there. I'm gonna fight Diablos now. It's like it's gonna be a rough fight. If you actually want a colony, you'd rather do it like much later when you have some Militars. They basically have some small shotguns. Yeah. So you really want machining because it offers like a lot of stuff. Like once you get to yeah, you can get EMP launcher, for example, which is very good against enemy mechanoids. There are basically 3 bosses. Diabolus is like the easiest one, but then if you call him multiple times, it gets stronger and stronger. Then the War Queen, and then final boss up. How is it? Okay, sorry. Let me take a look exactly. Apoticon or something like that. Yeah, but basically those bosses, they offer some cheaps. Like Apokriton, yeah. So yeah, that's the hardest boss. You can consider him some sort of a final-ish boss, but you can again keep calling more waves and they come like stronger and stronger. I definitely recommend something like uranium slag turrets or like a lot of mechanoids. Yeah, once you do like defeat Diabolus and get your like next mech tech. Yeah, for example, you can see like standard mech tech. It requires a thing you get from Diabolus. High mech tech you get this thing you get from Queen, and ultra mech tech you get from Apokriton. But they allow you to create a more complex mechs. Beware though, like ultra heavy mechs, you need a Reap scanner, which like kills the colonies basically. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, you can play like, wait, what's up? Is the needs? Oh, yeah. Don't make this mistake. Yeah, keep them assigned to doctor no matter what. If they're down, like, keep micromanaging that. So yeah. Apokriton is very tough. He can revive like mechanoids and has a needle gun and attacks from high range. So yeah, I recommend uranium slug turrets or other like big like cannon turrets. It's not like Diabolus is actually turrets are not gonna be so good because he'll shoot his fire gun and like, destroy them in range. So basically Diabolus is good, like you get a lot of room by just melee attacking him. So you get rid of escort and then like you focus him as like shooters. Yeah, something like this. All right, I'm gonna pause here and thank you for watching.